Hello, welcome. My name is Tracy. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Central Victoria, Australia. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we're going to make this gorgeous little box and I absolutely love this. This is so special. Really sweet and beautiful, but it can hold a little bit in there as well. So it's a fancy top. Let's open it up and I'll just quickly show you inside. So you can fit quite a bit in there. This measures 2 inches by 2 inches by 2 inches, so it's a decent sized box. Self-closing. It don't need any glue to close that one down. It's super cute. So the supplies needed for this box are the Feels Like Frost 6x6 designer series paper. This is gorgeous. It has metallics on one side and beautiful winter photos on the other. I'm using the Cup of Christmas stamp set and I'm using this Comfort and Joy stamp for the sentiment. Now you can change to any sentiment that you have in your stash. I have the Seaside Spray metallic ribbon. This is really beautiful and shimmery. We're using that one today. We also have for the sentiment 2 punches. They are both circle punches. One is 1 3/4 and the other one is 1 1/2. Versamark ink, silver embossing powder, and we're also using the heat tool for this gorgeous sentiment that is heat embossed. The kit for the box is all here. Now all the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog. There is a link to this blog post in the description of this video, so go and check that out. But what we have is we have 4 pieces of that designer series paper to go around that box. This is actually measures the same size as a card base here in Australia, so it's half a piece of A4 just cut in half, and that's the size we need. And I have 2 bits of scrap, so you'll pretty much need 2 inches by 2 inches in the Seaside Spray and also the Whisper White for the sentiment. So we're going to start off, let's make the box. I'm also going to bring in my Stampin' Trimmer. I'll get rid of that cutting blade there. So we're popping it in the long way round and we're going to score at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches and 8 inches. So 2, 4, 6, 8 leaves us that little tab here on the side. I'm going to move the tab to the bottom of my trimmer and then I'm going to score at 2 inches and 4 inches. And there we have our box ready to go. I'm also going to bring in my stylus and we're also going to need a ruler. So bringing it so that tab is over on the left hand side, what we're going to do is we're going to mark, I'll bring it up a little bit closer so you can see. So this corner here on the tab, we're going to score to this point here, so the second score line, and we're going to do the same all the way along that box. Okay, so let's do that really quickly. So I've just got my stylus here, but you can also use your Take Your Pick tool that has a stylus in that tool as well, which is a really awesome tool to have. So just going from those corners to corners, you want to make sure that you're making nice, good points. And the easiest way to do it is pop your stylus right in that center, line your ruler up, and then line it up with the other point as well. And last one. And that gives us those little diagonal score lines. There we go, I can see that there. Let's fold and burnish on all those score lines. You need to bring your bone folder in. You want nice crisp score lines with boxes. Also going to do these sides as well. Now the diagonal lines here, we're going to score in. So we're folding it in and running the bone folder over. Now for the next ones, what you're doing is you're lining this point up with this point here. and it'll sit up like a box there. So we're going to run the bone folder over as well. We're just going to go along that whole box. You want nice crisp lines here because that's how the box goes together, and the best you've got them folded and scored, the easier it will all come together. Let's go back and do this one. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of the cutting now. I'm going to bring in my large ribbon scissors, and these bottom parts, bottom score lines here, we're going to cut up to that very top score line here. This is the base of our box. And the bottom little tab here we're going to take completely off. Let's just notch on that tab as well, and we're going to notch on this one as well. We want to take a fair bit off because if you don't take a fair bit off, you'll actually see it on the top of your box. It'll be noticeable. Our box is ready to go together. On our tab, we're going to bring some tear and tape in and just run a length of tear and tape down that tab. Closing that box up. And those edges go together really easily. So just like that. Let's do the bottom of the box. This is the back here where the tab is. So I'm going to pop that one down last. I'm going to pop some tear and tape down. You could also use liquid adhesive, depending on what you're putting inside your box. Depends on how much adhesive you need to pop down. I'm not going to be putting anything really heavy in, so if you're popping something heavy in, make sure you glue each tab. Just makes it a bit easier. And that's the bottom of the box there. So let's just pop that bone folder down. Okay, so popping this box together to get this top, what we need to do is we need to squitch in the sides and create that that crease there. So we're going to do that all the way along. This is where you needed to have really nice, I probably should have done mine a little bit better. You do just have to muck around with it a little. You see how I've just sort of mucked around with it just slightly, and then it goes down into place once you've got them a little bit more creased. That's how easy it goes together. So you do have to play with it a little bit. It is a learning curve. I will say this is my third box made this way, so it would get easier the more you do. But there we have it. So let's bring in all our little pieces, and I'm just going to glue them straight down to the side. So the box measures 2 inches by 2 inches, and our pieces measure 1 7/8 by 1 7/8. So it's going to leave that little bit of border of the Seaside spray, which is what I really wanted, because it's such beautiful cardstock. I'm just going to move this one round. Now there's plenty of designs that you could choose from the Designer Series paper. You could also go with a completely different design. So wrapped in plaid or any of the ones that are out for Christmas, or you could do this as a birthday little box as well. That would be super cute. And last one. So we have that ribbon, and you're going to need 9 inches. I'm just going to bring that ruler in again. Let's measure 9. Cut that one off. Now what I found with this one too was it was easier to pop down using a little bit of tear and tape, but you can just pop in a little bit of tear and tape in pieces or run it along the whole length, which is what I did before. I'm going to do that again. So just popping it over the top. It does leave a little bit of an overhang, but that's easy to just tape it in behind the ribbon. I didn't want the ribbon to come off a little bit or move, so I thought it would be easier to do it this way. So you can see that little bit of an overhang there? So I'm just going to run along the back there, just placing it behind, and it just attaches to the back of that sticky. And it's not that much of an overhang. You could probably not even worry about it. You're not going to see it too much. There we go. I'm going to start at the front of the box. I'm just going to run it all the way around so it's in the middle of the box. Overlapping at the front. I don't need that much, so let's just get rid of that excess. And we can move on to that gorgeous little sentiment there. So I have my Whisper White scrap here. I'm going to bring in that Versamark ink and the sentiment. Stamping that one down. My silver embossing powder, and silver matches perfectly with the Designer Series paper, so if you are changing your paper, just change whatever matches. Okay. I'm gonna melt that powder with the heat tool and I'll be back in just a second. I did manage to get a little bit of embossing powder everywhere, so I've just cleaned that off. With this sentiment, we're going to use the 1.5 inch circle punch to punch that one out. And I have the 1 3/4 for the Seaside Spray. Bring some dimensionals in. I want to pop up the Whisper White piece. Pop them up in the middle. And then I'm also going to stick a dimensional on the top and the bottom of that circle on the Seaside Spray. And this just allows for that ribbon, top and bottom of that ribbon. So let's just pop him straight down in the middle. So cute. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed this project. If you have, please give me a thumbs up and I'd love it if you left me a comment. All the measurements and supplies can be found over my blog, and you can also purchase any of your Stampin' Up supplies that you need for this project or for any other project or card over on my online store. Use the hostess code for the month and I'll send you out a free gift. You'll also get a bundle tutorial via email, and if you spend over $50, for every $50 over, you will receive some Inky rewards. So you'll get some free product later on as you earn Inky rewards. I hope you've enjoyed today, and I can't wait to see you again on Thursday, so please come back for that. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.